Okay, folks, if you scan this code, then one of two things either happened. You need a little bit of help with your unit rates, or you just love hearing my voice. I'm going to go with the first one. First, let's review what a unit rate is. Often, unit rates are used in grocery shopping as a way to compare items on a level playing field. So we get this down, we need a denominator of 1. So if we look at our example that I have here, $2.85 for a 10-ounce box of Cheerios, $3.95 for a 15-ounce box of Cheerios. But if we break that down to a unit cost or unit rate or unit price per ounce, it's only 26.3 cents for the 15-ounce box, but 28.5 cents for the 10-ounce box. This means that the more expensive box that has more cereal in it is actually the better buy, our 26.3 cents per ounce. So this is a good way to compare items when we're out grocery shopping. Now, that's what a unit rate is. Let's go ahead and take a look at two different examples. First of all, it's often used with distances and times. So we want to compare 350 miles in 14 hours. If I want this in a unit rate, I want to know how far we would go in 1 hour. So we're going to compare miles to hours. And we set this up as a fraction. Miles was 350. The number of hours is 14. And as we all know, when we have a fraction, the operation is division. So everybody should get your calculators out now. And in your calculator, go ahead and figure out what 350 divided by 14 is. And hopefully you've all had a chance to do that. We should see that we get 25. What this means is it's 25 miles in 1 hour. Since our denominator is now 1, we can now call this a unit rate, and we say that the unit rate is 25 miles per hour. Again, we can do one more example here real quick. Example 2 is when we're dealing with money, and again, we're going to go back to our shopping, and it's often easy to look at price only, but you have to look at just the price and the amount that's going to be there. So in this case, whatever item we're shopping for here costs $34 for 8 gallons of it. It's not very helpful if everything else that we're comparing it to is 10 gallons or 12 gallons or 6 gallons. So we want to get this down to a unit rate. It's going to be the money divided by gallons. Our money is $34. The number of gallons is 8. It becomes a division problem again. So in your calculator, we do 34 divided by 8. And what we should get is 4.25. And again, we put that over 1. This 1 in the denominator means that we now have a unit rate. The 4.25 is in your numerator. That matches up with the money. So it's $4.25. The 1 is the denominator. That matches up with gallons. So per gallon. Now we can compare it with anything else that's the same type of an object, and we can compare it on a apples to apples basis, or we can compare it on a level playing field. And that's unit rates.